Hey, what's up everyone? I didn't expect to make a video today, let alone this video, because this is something that I've never talked about here on this channel, or let me rephrase that. I've never made a video about this particular subject, and it's because truthfully, just from the things that have been said and speculated on over the years, I just never felt the need to. I felt that it was something that it happened such a long time ago. It happened prior to me even starting this channel, although I was on YouTube and I was apprised of what was going on. By the time I started the YouTube channel here, it was already kind of old territory, I guess you could say. And honestly, it's something that has been rumored and speculated upon for years at this point. I think that I've talked about it maybe on some streams when the question has come up, maybe answered questions about it, but me myself, as far as where I stand on this particular incident as it's been known, and I'll get into a summary of what exactly it is I'm talking about. I've always kind of been indifferent because I don't think that there's enough information out there regarding it. Like I said, I've talked to people that were actually there at that particular convention, and that was Power Morphicon 2007. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the charity banner that was allegedly stolen by Samuell Benta. I say allegedly because, of course, we don't know for sure. But there was this video that was put out that, for a lot of people, that was the smoking gun. There was a video of, I believe it was an Austin St. John panel, and I'll link it in the description below. I'll find it after I'm done editing and all that good stuff. I'll go ahead and link everything in the description below so you guys can check it for yourself, including this video here, which is what I'm going to address here in just a moment. But for many years, there was people that felt that that particular video, where in the Austin St. John panel, the camera kind of pans away for a moment and you see Samuell Benta leave the panel room with the banner in question. And for many years, I would say at this point, because this happened 13 years ago, 2007, very first Power Morphicon, people thought they had just pretty much assumed, well, that's the proof right there. Samuell Benta stole the banner that went missing that weekend. Now, the big deal with the banner was that it was a banner that was going to be signed by all the Power Rangers cast members that were at the very first Power Morphicon, and then it was going to be auctioned off with the proceeds going towards a charity, I believe a children's charity. And the person that was last seen in possession of said banner was Samuell Benta, aka the Operation Overdrive Black Ranger. Now, this is a video that he released earlier today, which, interestingly enough, which I don't believe this is a coincidence, falls on the 13th anniversary of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. So I believe he released this video because he knew that it would be timely and there would be a chance that more people would see it and finally address these rumors and speak up after all these years. Now, he, in this video, addresses the rumors regarding him stealing the banner. And in this video, he talks about how he came into possession of the banner, which, according to him, was that one of the staffers that he had noticed that seemed overwhelmed, because this was a first-year convention, seemed overwhelmed, and I guess he offered to help them get the banner signed by the other cast members by going into the green room. Now, for those of you that know about the convention scene, the green room is the place where the guests get to kind of take a break, hang out. Sometimes there's food in there if it's catered, things like that. It's basically their spot where they get to go ahead to take a break and get away from everything. It's their own kind of space there for them. So it's usually with green rooms, they have limited access to certain staffers and really just the guest. And something that he rightfully points out in this video is that he said that fans weren't supposed to have access to the green room, which is typically true. Fans do not have access to the green room, but there was fans in this green room. Now, I don't know how true that is. I've never spoken to anybody that was a part of the staff there, but let's just assume he's telling the truth on this, right? So he claims that he went into the green room after getting the banner to get the signatures for this staffer, and that he had left the banner down, and at some point in time the banner went missing. He thought that either a staffer had taken it or that a fan might have potentially taken it. And later on in the video, he speaks about how this whole situation was kind of humiliating towards him. Now, he didn't specifically, at any point in time that I saw in this video, he never took responsibility for losing the banner. Although maybe, I want to believe that maybe that was his intent. But he never directly says, look, I lost the banner, that's on me, and that was humiliating. He does speak to being humiliated over this incident after the fact, so maybe that's how he's tying everything back together. I want to believe that there's some truth to what he's saying here, but I understand why most people look at this and say, well, why didn't he say anything sooner? My thought is, better late than never that he speaks up on it. Maybe it would have been a better idea to speak up a little bit sooner, but he does say some things in this video regarding why he didn't speak up sooner, that it was because he was hurt over the situation, that he couldn't believe that he was being accused instead of anybody asking him whether or not he did it. Now, there has been, I had heard some years after this all took place that somebody had said that he had copped to the fact that he had stolen it. I don't know about that. I've never seen anything that any information or anything out there that would suggest to me that he 100% admitted to the fact, oh, well, I stole it and then I kept it for myself. And truth be told, if you see that video, the panel video where he leaves the panel room, I don't think that that's a smoking gun. I don't think that that speaks to guilt in any way, or that should indict him. That right there, see, he stole it, because that's just him leaving the panel room with the poster. That's not him leaving the convention premises with the poster. Now, if there was a video of him actually leaving the convention with the poster, or maybe going into his hotel room with the poster in hand, that would be a little bit different. Maybe that would speak a little bit more to guilt in the situation. But it's hard to know for sure. I mean, is it possible that he took it? Sure, there's always the possibility, but on the flip side of that, this could all be just a matter of he was careless. He took the poster in there with good intentions, lost it, and was embarrassed over the fact that he lost it and didn't want to speak up about it sooner because it was egg on his face. I don't know. I don't know Samuell Benta. I've never met him before. I'd like to believe that he's telling the truth in this particular video, which again, I'll also link in the description below so y'all can check it out for yourselves and decide for yourselves. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this particular situation other than you never know what you're going to get with any guest at any conventions. But I do believe that at some point there needs to be forgiveness when it comes to certain things. But I understand if people, if they feel their way about it and think that, well, no, it was a kid's charity and that's unforgivable. I don't know. But again, I don't think that he should be tried as guilty without solid evidence against him. And I just don't think that the video of him leaving a panel room is enough to speak towards his guilt. One thing I think that he did do wrong in this video was that and maybe he didn't mean to do it. That's another thing. Maybe he didn't mean to do it, but he probably should have been a little bit more specific if he didn't mean to. It does feel like he's not taking at least responsibility for the fact of being careless. But he says, the thing that hurt him the most was that the fans just blamed him and nobody ever asked him about it. And he just kind of is using it almost feels like it's just kind of painting everybody with a broad brush and saying that, the fans, they just didn't believe me, and he's hurt by the fans and disappointed by the fans. I don't think that was all the fans. I really don't. I'm sure that there was fans like me that were just kind of indifferent to it, that really didn't care either way. And not caring, I don't mean not caring because of oh, well, oh, he stole stuff, I don't care. No, not that. It was more because of, well, there's not a lot to go on there, at least in my opinion. There's not a lot of information to go on. So it's like, did he do it or didn't he do it? It was more like, I don't know. You know, is more like, well, I'm not going to give it too much thought because I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see him do it. There's been speculation for years at this point, 13 years at this point. There's no way to know for sure without any kind of hard evidence. And I'm not really in the, I'm really not in the business of just assuming the worst people without any kind of due process. I think everybody deserves due process, including Samuell Benta. I mean, if there's something that is unequivocal, right, that something comes out, like somebody goes to his house or something and took a picture of the banner hanging on the wall. It's like, look, I'm inside Samuell Benta's house, and there it is. There's the poster. I mean, okay. That's one thing, but speculation. It's really just all speculation. I mean, it's certainly within the realm of possibility, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just an alleged thing, and we can all sit here all day and say, well, if I was him, I would have spoken up sooner. I mean, we could say that till the cows come home, but unless you're in somebody's shoes, you don't really know for sure. I mean, would it have been better for him to say something sooner? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Only Samuell Benta knows, and he seems to just be of the opinion that he seemed very disappointed in this video, and seems to be of the opinion that people just threw him under the bus and nobody believed in him and nobody wanted to believe him and nobody wanted to ask him. And I understand if he's hurt and he feels that way, and feels that the Power Rangers community should have maybe given him the benefit of the doubt. But it's one of those things. It's just like there's no way of knowing for sure 100%. I mean, like I said, I'm sure that he had fans that did support him and didn't believe or didn't want to believe that he could have done anything like this. So to Samuell Benta, I would say this. I think that you probably did have a level of support from some fans that probably didn't buy into it. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Operation Overdrive, so I can't sit here and say, hey, look, man, I believed in you, and I didn't believe the rumors. The truth of the matter is, I mean, it was just one of those incidents where I didn't have an opinion either way about it. If, it was just kind of like, well, it was just kind of whatever. So, and again, if it turns out that he did do it, I think that's horrible, and I hope that it's something that he'll have to live with if that's true. But I'd like to believe that he's telling the truth. But again, there's no way to know for sure. And I think at some point in time, I think people do have to forgive. I'm not saying necessarily forget, because I know some people won't do that. But I think that this is one of those, at least for now, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he is telling the truth until I see unequivocal proof, undisputed proof that really speaks to his guilt on the matter. I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. I do believe he deserves due process. So that's as much as I'll say right now. And that's not me saying that, hey, now I'm on the Samuell Benta bandwagon. Although I think it would be interesting to speak with him on the matter a little bit more and get a feel for who he is as a person. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, as far as how I feel about it, again, I don't know. I really don't know. But I will say this, if not anything else, I think he deserves due process, if not anything else. So make of that what you will. Make of what he said what you will. Take a look at the video for yourselves. Draw your own conclusions. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Until next time, y'all. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, share, and comment below.